Hello, happy Monday, and welcome back to school. Welcome to fourth quarter. I'm just going to quickly show you about what the expectation is on Mondays now. And we'll talk a little bit more about, since it's distance learning, it doesn't necessarily need to be Monday, but um, usually we would do Monday maintenance. Right now we're going to start you off with a Monday organizer, and we call this organizer the Fran plan because I made it and my name is Frances. And so it's your Fran planner or your weekly organizer. So let's say Monday, you check in on your advisory for your updates first. You figure out how to take your attendance first through your advisor, check in with your advisory class. And then you would go to our class and you would get organized. First thing you do to start your week off, get organized. So you would go to and it might look a little different than this, but here's your content acceleration page. I open up week 1. It says Fran plan, weekly planner. Okay, so I know I need to do this. Attached in here is the planner. So sorry, we can't give you a piece of paper, but this is just as good almost. And then we're going to open it in Notability. Okay, so going to Notability, it'll pop up here. You do want to create a new note. I know you guys have used this before, but I just want to make sure you understand how you can do this just to be safe. Okay, so we're going to import, and then we're going to open it. Okay, and then notice here, so if I was in all notes, then and this popped up, you can make a folder over here by pressing the plus and create subject, and then type in whatever you want to call it. You could call it weekly plans, you could call it Fran plans, you can do whatever you want that way, but I think it's good to have a folder there. That way also you can look back week to week to week and see, okay, what was I working on last week? What do I need to finish this week too? So it's all right there. Okay, so weekly distance learning plan. So notice first how this document is laid out. On the left-hand side of the document is what day of the week it is. So this might be a different day for you, right? Let's say Monday you get organized, but then Tuesday you had to work or take care of your nieces and nephews or siblings or whatever. But then Wednesday you can get started on your own schoolwork. So it's fine to cross this out and change it to whatever day it happens to be on the day that you're doing. Yeah. So just a suggestion to keep yourself organized is to go through the week, Monday through Friday, but if you can't, then feel free to switch the days. Okay, and so we have grouped it into 5 days and then the weekend. Monday is the day to get organized. Tuesday is for math and science. Wednesday is for English and history. Thursday is a work day where you can work on your elective assignments. And then also if you want to go back and work on the rest of your assignments from the week. Friday is the day where you go back and you double check that you did everything you were supposed to do. And then weekend, maybe your weekends aren't free, but everybody should have some time to go back and double check that you finish up any unfinished assignments. All right, so then looking at the columns here, we have classes and assignments. So you're going to list your assignments underneath the different classes. And then questions for teachers go in this column. And also, we're not sure at the time that I'm making this video what office hours are going to be like. They might be on Schoology conferences. They might be on Google Meet, something like that. For now, just write down your teachers' emails in this area so that you can email them. I think all teachers are just planning to stay glued to their email throughout the week so that they can answer your questions. So it's a good bet. And then finally, the last column is a wellness task. So that's just something that you can choose to do or not, but it's something that's either good for your brain, good for your mental health, good for your relationships, good for your physical health. And, it's just stuff that you could either do the same thing every day, or you could try all of them. Or if you have some other things that you like to do, feel free to do something else. Okay, so just to show you an example of how you might go about this, you would start by listing assignments on this sheet on Monday, and that might take you a while. For example, in my Algebra 2 Accelerated class that I teach, this is what it looks like to list all of their math assignments. And so they need to do all these different little things. Now, not all of them are required, and not all of them are graded, and not all of them are like an assignment, like watching a video. That's not an assignment, but just want to make sure that they get it done. Okay. And then, yeah, so that's just an example of what it might look like in one of your classes to list all the things that you need to get done. Let's go back and talk about what is it maybe going to look like when you get to the end of the week. So when you get to Friday, it says go back and cross out all completed assignments. So cross out, or you can check a box. I like to make little boxes and then check them off. Very satisfying. And then you want to complete any assignments that are not crossed out on that Friday. So Friday, hopefully, if you can work it in, is your day to go back and double check. I mean, let's say that your little cousin needed help with their seesaw assignment, and you had to help them. So you didn't get to the last reading on ancient civilization. So ancient civ reading, let's say. So you would go back and say, oh, I didn't check that box, read it, get it done, check that box, and then you could check this box too. Now, after Friday, if you still don't have assignments all completed, then you would want to rewrite them here. Now, that seems kind of annoying, but rewriting something helps you remember it. Also, it will be right there. So then the next week, when you look back at your previous organizer, you can see what you're missing. Okay, so that pretty much sums it up. And then you would just turn this into that assignment. So you would go to export. Yours looks a little different than mine because you're a student. And then you would turn it in on Schoology to the assignment. Like I was showing you before, the assignment is going to be named something similar to, Weekly Planner Week 1, and you'll see it there. Okay, I can't wait to start seeing your work come in on Monday, and feel free to email me with any questions that you might have. FARNCES.JARMICK@spps.org. So I'll write that down real quick. Or actually, you might be able to see me. There you go. Or you can, this is the other email that I answer as well. So if you needed to reach me, go ahead. All right. I hope you have an enjoyable rest of your spring break. Take care of each other and stay safe.